Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Bold and the Beautiful Monday, December 2 update. Hope insults backstabber Brooke Carter picks love over saving himself. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B. Spoilers update for Monday, December 2 reveals that Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Brooke Logan's Catherine Kelly Lang confrontation at the cabin is about to escalate. Hope faced a flood of difficult emotions when she realized Brooke overheard the LLC takeover plan and told Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, about it. Brooke's news left Hope worried about what Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, was walking into since Ridge just summoned him. However, Hope will ultimately move past the shock and put her concerns about Carter aside for a moment. That'll give Hope's fury a chance to really shine through, so she'll insult backstabber Brooke as all the fighting worsens. Hope will no doubt take some jabs about Brooke giving Ridge her loyalty when he doesn't do the same for her. It's easy to imagine Hope getting nasty and making a prediction about Ridge landing back in Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, bed eventually. Hope will be deeply offended over Brooke's actions, so this betrayal is going to sting for a while. Of course, Brooke and Hope's face-off won't be the only one happening in Monday's B&V episode. Ridge and Carter will continue their own showdown at Forrester Creations, where Ridge has just offered his COO one last chance to save himself. Since Ridge doesn't want to lose his friend and a valuable employee, he's proposed a solution. Ridge holds Hope responsible for leading Carter down a vengeful road and causing this whole mess, so he'll once again push Carter to dump her. If Carter breaks things off with Hope and stands down when it comes to this LLC takeover, Ridge feels like they can undo the damage. Ridge will argue that the only way to save their friendship and Carter's career is to go along with his demands. Naturally, Carter's rage is going to intensify, especially after the way Ridge has been dragging Hope's name through the mud. Since Carter will refuse to accept Ridge's deal, their fight for control of Forrester Creations will press on. Ridge, Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Mithinswood, and Eric Forrester, John McCook, will all count on Justin Barber, Aaron D. Spears, to get them out of this mess. But there are going to be complications on both sides of this feud. It looks like Justin will have some difficult updates for the Forresters soon enough. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Ridge and Carter's bond will face even more destruction, so stay tuned. On Monday, December 2, The Bold and the Beautiful delivers yet another gripping episode that will leave fans on the edge of their seats. From biting insults to complicated love choices, the drama escalates, with key players making pivotal decisions that will shape the direction of their lives and relationships forever. Hope spills the truth to Brooke. Backstabber revealed. The tension between Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and her mother, Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, reaches a boiling point in this episode. Hope, hurt and furious over the betrayal she's recently uncovered, doesn't hold back. As the realization of Brooke's part in undermining her family's happiness hits, Hope seethes with righteous anger. She confronts Brooke with accusations that pierce through the facade of motherhood and love. You've always been the one to talk about family loyalty, yet you've been the one to betray me most. Hope lashes out, her words sharp as daggers. The shock on Brooke's face is evident, but she's not entirely without defense. Brooke, still clinging to the hope of repairing her fractured relationship with Hope, tries to justify her actions, but Hope isn't buying it. I never asked you to choose a side in my marriage, and I sure as hell didn't ask for your interference. Mom, Hope snaps, turning her back in disgust. It's clear from this exchange that Hope no longer sees her mother as a trusted confidant, and her disappointment runs deep. She feels betrayed not only by the actions themselves, but by Brooke's choice to take Thomas Forrester's, Matthew Atkinson, side in all of this. Brooke, with a growing sense of guilt and hurt, fights to salvage the situation, but Hope won't have it. "It's too late for apologies, Mom." The damage is done, Hope retorts, walking away. The weight of their fractured relationship hangs heavy in the air, and it seems that Brooke may have lost hope for good. What was once a tight-knit mother-daughter bond now teeters on the brink of destruction. Carter faces a defining moment: love versus self-preservation. Meanwhile, Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, is grappling with his own set of emotions. After the emotional roller coaster of his feelings for Quinn Fuller, Rena Sofer, his unwavering loyalty to his friends, and his internal struggle, Carter reaches a critical crossroads. In a conversation with Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, Carter is forced to confront a painful truth. His personal happiness is being overshadowed by his sense of duty. Ridge warns Carter of the dire consequences of his choices. The respected lawyer has been a key player in some of the Forrester family's most scandalous moments, but this time, Carter is grappling with a moral dilemma. Carter, always the loyal friend, was in the midst of trying to save Quinn from her toxic marriage to Eric Forrester, John McCook. However, his feelings for her have grown beyond mere friendship. The pull of love is undeniable, but he knows the stakes. If he continues down this path, he risks losing everything: his career, his status, and his friendships. Yet Carter finds himself at a crossroads. Should he suppress his emotions for the sake of self-preservation? Or should he follow his heart and face the possible fallout? As the weight of the decision hangs over him, Carter chooses love. "I'm done pretending. I can't sit on the sidelines anymore while Quinn suffers. I won't save myself at the cost of her happiness," he admits to Ridge. Carter's declaration is both brave and reckless, but he feels he has no other choice. The heart wants what it wants, and in this moment, Carter makes the decision to pursue what he believes will make him truly happy, regardless of the consequences. A broken family, shattered bonds. With Hope confronting Brooke and Carter taking a leap of faith in the name of love, the episode highlights the fragility of relationships and the tough decisions that come with loyalty and betrayal. Brooke, once the trusted matriarch of the Logan family, is now facing the harsh consequences of her actions. Hope's scorn is not something she can easily ignore, and the rift between mother and daughter may prove irreparable if Brooke can't find a way to make amends. Meanwhile, Carter's journey toward emotional fulfillment promises to shake the foundation of the Forrester family. Quinn, who has been struggling in her marriage to Eric, could be the key to unlocking Carter's happiness. But can Carter and Quinn find their way to each other without destroying the lives of everyone around them? It's a dangerous game they're playing, but Carter is determined to go all in, proving that sometimes love is worth the risk. The power of forgiveness, or the cost of pride. As the episode draws to a close, the emotional tension remains palpable. Will Hope ever be able to forgive Brooke for her interference in her marriage to Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton? The betrayal is deep, and it's clear that Hope isn't ready to let her mother off the hook easily. But perhaps in time, Hope might find the strength to forgive, not for Brooke's sake, but for her own. However, forgiveness might come at a cost. If Hope allows her heart to soften, what happens to the fragile alliances she's built? Will she be forced to choose between her mother and her marriage? And as Carter ventures deeper into the complicated web of his feelings for Quinn, the stakes couldn't be higher. His decision to pursue love over self-preservation sets him on a dangerous path, one that will no doubt change everything. Will Quinn, torn between loyalty to her husband and her growing attraction to Carter, find the courage to break free? Or will she remain stuck in a loveless marriage, unable to escape the familiar comfort of what's always been? The power dynamics on the bold and the beautiful are shifting, and Monday's episode sets the stage for more explosive confrontations, emotional upheavals, and possibly the unraveling of everything these characters once thought they knew about themselves and their relationships. Stay tuned, because in the world of the bold and the beautiful, loyalty is tested, love is challenged, and the cost of doing the right thing can sometimes be higher than anyone is willing to pay. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Brooke Logan blamed for takeover, Ridge won't forgive her. The Bold and the Beautiful will be action-packed when the soap returns from its Thanksgiving chaos. All hands will be on deck at Forrester Creations as Ridge and his family fight to save their company. Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, thought she would be the hero in this story, but she's quickly becoming the villain. Is Brooke to blame for the damage Hope has done? Here's what's coming up next on Bold and Beautiful. Spoilers ahead. Brooke Logan raced to her man Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, to warn him about her daughter and Carter Walton's, Lawrence Street Victor, revenge plans, and big takeover. But she was too late, and the damage had already been done. Now Ridge has brought in Justin Barber, Aaron D. Spears, to try and fix the damage Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Carter did at Forrester Creations. To Brooke's shock and surprise, Ridge isn't happy she warned him, and actually BLA needs her. Hope Logan's mommy issues have finally come full circle on The Bold and the Beautiful. Brooke is oblivious to the fact that Hope is behaving just like her mother did 2 decades ago is. Not only did Brooke create this monster, but she also enabled her and hid her instability from everyone. This storyline will brush on some controversial stuff and will have viewers questioning if Brooke failed her daughter or really didn't see the red flags. Some could argue that Brooke ignored the warning signs with her daughter and has been enabling her by keeping her new romance a secret. But maybe Hope's mom is really that wrapped up in herself and didn't notice that her daughter was in crisis. According to B&B Spoilers, Ridge Forrester will fall on the side of the fence that blames Brooke Logan. When Ridge realizes that Brooke knew about Carter and Hope's romance weeks ago and didn't tell him, he will blow his top. Right now, Ridge Forrester could lose everything, all because his girlfriend ignored the fact that her daughter was clearly unstable and dangerous. It's going to be a rocky road ahead for Ridge, and this could be the beginning of the end of the couple altogether. In the world of The Bold and the Beautiful, where family bonds and betrayal intertwine with the intricacies of business and love, the stakes are always high. The latest twist in the ongoing saga involves Brooke Logan, one of the show's most beloved and controversial characters. Known for her long history of passionate love affairs, heartache, and triumphs, Brooke is once again at the center of a scandal that threatens to unravel everything she's worked for. The fallout is set to be dramatic, as Ridge Forrester, her former husband, and one of the show's most iconic characters, grapples with betrayal and a seemingly insurmountable grudge. Brooke and Ridge's relationship in crisis. Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester have always had a complicated, tumultuous relationship. Their love story has been full of highs and lows, with Brooke often finding herself in the midst of a battle between her heart's desires and the weight of family loyalty. Ridge, the Forrester heir and one of the most powerful men in the fashion world, has spent years torn between his love for Brooke and his ties to his family, particularly his father, Eric Forrester. Their on-again, off-again relationship has spanned decades, marked by marriages, divorces, reconciliations, and heartbreak. In recent storylines, Brooke's actions have started to erode the fragile trust that existed between them. Despite their shared history and enduring connection, Brooke is facing the consequences of one of her most controversial decisions yet. In a shocking twist, it is revealed that Brooke's actions played a significant role in a hostile business takeover, one that could permanently shift the balance of power within the Forrester family business. The repercussions are enormous, and Ridge, who has always held loyalty to his family above all else, is caught in a whirlwind of emotions, unable to process how Brooke's actions led to this crisis. The business takeover, Brooke's role and the consequences. The Forrester family has always been at the center of the fashion world, with their company serving as a symbol of their wealth, power, and legacy. However, in recent months, their empire has been under threat. A rival company has been making strategic moves to take over Forrester Creations, and tensions have been building within the family. Brooke, always sharp and business savvy, finds herself unwittingly caught up in the middle of a deal that seems too good to pass up. She believed her involvement would protect her family and ensure the future of Forrester Creations, but the result is far from what she expected. Brooke's involvement in the takeover is a complex web of decisions, each one leading her further down a path of no return. When it comes to the Forrester family, Brooke has always been an outsider, someone who has never fully earned the trust of the Forrester men. Over the years, she has often found herself at odds with Ridge's family, particularly Stephanie Forrester, who never saw her as worthy of her son's love. Now, in the aftermath of the takeover, it seems like history is repeating itself. Brooke's choice to align herself with outside forces in an attempt to secure Forrester Creations' future has ultimately backfired. The company's board has been split, with some members accusing Brooke of overstepping her bounds and making moves without full approval from the family. The resulting tension has ignited a power struggle that has left Ridge, as the Forrester patriarch, deeply hurt and betrayed. Brooke's involvement has placed her in direct opposition to Ridge, making it impossible for them to maintain their personal relationship, let alone their professional one. Ridge won't forgive her. The emotional toll. Ridge Forrester's hurt is palpable. The man who once stood by Brooke through countless challenges now finds himself unable to trust her. While Ridge has always been known for his emotional volatility, especially when it comes to Brooke, this time feels different. Brooke's actions have directly impacted his legacy, his family, and his place within Forrester Creations. It is a betrayal that cuts deep, one that Ridge cannot easily forgive. The emotional toll on him is immense, as he grapples with the question of whether their bond can survive this monumental breach of trust. Ridge, in his heart, has always believed that family should come first. His loyalty to his father, Eric Forrester, and his desire to see Forrester Creations thrive have shaped much of his adult life. Now, Brooke's role in the business turmoil has forced him to re-examine everything he thought he knew about her and their relationship. Ridge finds himself questioning if Brooke ever truly understood the importance of family loyalty, especially when it comes to the business he holds dear. Brooke, ever the romantic, has always believed that love could conquer all. But as Ridge distances himself emotionally and professionally, she begins to realize that some lines cannot be crossed without irreparable damage. The loss of Ridge's forgiveness may be the hardest pill to swallow. For years, Brooke has fought for a place in the Forrester family, but now it seems like all of her efforts might have been in vain. A family divided, the ripple effect. The repercussions of Brooke's actions are felt far beyond her relationship with Ridge. As Forrester Creations teeters on the brink of a corporate crisis, the other Forrester family members are forced to take sides. Eric, the patriarch, is devastated by the turn of events. While he has always had a soft spot for Brooke, he can't ignore the damage that has been done to the company. His loyalty to his children, especially Ridge, trumps any affection he may feel for Brooke. As Eric grapples with the fallout, his own relationship with Brooke begins to fray. Steffi Forrester, Ridge's daughter, has always been fiercely protective of her family. Brooke's role in the takeover has not gone unnoticed, and Steffi is quick to voice her displeasure. The Forrester women, who have always had a complicated dynamic, now find themselves on opposite sides of a business divide. With Brooke caught in the middle, tensions run high, and no one can predict where the loyalties of the Forrester family will ultimately lie. Brooke's redemption, is it possible? As the weeks go on, Brooke will be faced with an even more difficult question. Can she ever redeem herself in the eyes of Ridge and the Forrester family? Her history of mistakes is long, but her love for Ridge has always been genuine. Yet this time, it seems like the damage may be irreversible. Could she find a way to prove that she didn't act out of malice, but rather out of a misguided desire to protect what she loves? Or will the rift between her and Ridge be too wide to bridge? Brooke will need to confront the consequences of her actions head-on and decide whether it's possible to rebuild the trust that has been shattered. But in the world of the bold and the beautiful, where love, power, and betrayal collide, the road to redemption is never easy. And for Brooke Logan, it might be a journey too far. As the story unfolds, viewers can expect even more shocking twists and emotional confrontations. Ridge's refusal to forgive Brooke may serve as a catalyst for deepening rivalries, family divisions, and possibly even new alliances. One thing is certain. The Bold and the Beautiful is about to get even more dramatic as this high-stakes business scandal plays out, leaving everyone wondering whether love really can conquer all, or if some betrayals are simply too great to overcome.